Hey.
Hello.
It's Sunday. We're back.
We are back.
We're back with 10 pounds of lemons.
Thanks for joining us for the folks that are with us right now. So tonight we are going to make. Well, we're going to start. This is part 1 of limoncello. I wish we could just make limoncello just in.
It's a many
15 minutes,
process,
but
yeah.
We do have to wait for the good stuff. So
yes, good things are worth waiting for. Limoncello is one of them. This stuff sits on the countertop for at least 3 weeks if we're impatient, 4 or 5 if we're busy. But yeah, good things are worth waiting for. But you got to start it sometime. So it's limoncello starter weekend, and we have a treat today because we ordered some Sorrento Lemons from California. Where did they come from again?
they came from Rancho del Sol Organic Farm.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you again, Linda, for giving me some advice on the peeler. We were using a regular peeler, peeler like potato peeler, carrots. So she told me, she's like, hey, make sure you're using a serrated peeler. Makes the difference.
It's got some little teeth there. And the thing with citrus fruits is not only do they have, great juice, but they have oils in the skin. And the serrated peeler really makes all those oils come out and infuse into whatever you're doing. So not only are we really excited to use these great Sorrento lemons from California today, but this is the first go with the serrated peelers that she recommended. So I have a feeling this is going to be like some pretty top-notch limoncello.
These lemons, because we've used different types of lemons. We've used Meyer lemons. We've used organic,
non-organic.
Exactly.
Trying different things out. But these,
when we were scratching the rind of these, and they're so floral.
They smell like perfume.
Just beautiful.
Even Carter said, it smells like air freshener, which is high praise when you're 11. So
we're very, very excited to try these. These are the lemons, traditionally the lemons that are used to make limoncello, mm-hmm. And these are this farm, the Rancho del Sol farm, is one of the very few farms that actually grow these lemons in the United States.
And you would think that, boy, it's probably expensive to go and order lemons. We were pretty blown away. I think it was $48.
$48, and that included shipping. And these were organic.
10 pounds of lemons from California, and that's comparable for what we spend when we just go buy the run-of-the-house lemons at the grocery store.
Yeah, the organic Meyer lemons.
Yeah, they're usually at least $2.99.
No. Like the regular lemons are $2.99. The organic ones are $3.99 plus.
Yeah. So I mean, really, it's not that much different, and you're getting such an awesome product, and supporting local farmers on top of that, which is really cool. So, how do we make limoncello, babe? Should we have a drink of this first?
Yes.
Switch to white.
Well, in honor of March.
We're springing forward to spring.
We are springing forward. Yeah, we're actually lose an hour next weekend. I can't wait. Now we had fish for dinner, so we're just continuing on the white wine trend.
Hey,
ching ching.
Ching. Mm-hmm. All right, limoncello.
So limoncello, it's very simple. Thank you. So the key to peeling the rind of the lemon is to make sure that you're not getting into the white part of the rind, because
it's bitter.
That can make the limoncello bitter.
Where am I putting this?
Are we confused?
Oh my god!
I know, right? Oh, this stuff's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. So when you peel it, you just have to have. Just have to be kind of gentle with it. You don't want to get too much of the white underneath there.
So that.
See, that's real nice. You don't want to get too much of that white because that will make your limoncello super bitter. And bitter's not good. So you're just you're taking that very top layer off. And oh my god, these things smell like money. Oh,
do they?
They do. They smell so good. So what we've got is. We got the giant ball jar. That's what we set this stuff in. So all the rinds go in first, and we usually do a dozen. We usually do a good dozen lemons, just peeling the rinds off and throwing them into the giant ball jar here. Ooh, it's different peeling with a serrated peeler.
Very,
It really grabs onto it too. I think it's easier to not get the white.
Yeah.
Oopsies. When you're doing it like this, yeah, I think it's easier because boy, it really grabs onto that top layer.
Son of a gun. Let's get in the jar.
What now, dude? So you peel all the lemons.
So yeah, we do our single batch is, what is it, 12, 13 medium-sized lemons?
Yeah, we do 12 medium-sized lemons, and then we take one of those after we're done peeling it, and we cut it, we juice it, and we throw the juice in. So juice of one, and the peel of a dozen. All right. Lemons, here we go.
And we use Everclear.
We don't fool around. This is not beginner limoncello.
And so what the Everclear does, of course, it extracts those oils and those flavors from the rind.
So it'll sit here in a puddle of Everclear.
Correct. And every day you have to agitate it. So by agitating it, meaning swish it around for 10 seconds. Make sure that
because it won't always it doesn't always cover them completely. So you want to make sure that the ones that are sticking out at the top get down under there and soak in. I tell you what, though, when we take this thing out, and we'll show you, we'll have to do another one when it's time to actually mix it up. These rinds they're hard.
Oh, they get
candy. It has
candy.
sucked all of the liquid out of them.
Do not eat them.
Yeah, you'll die.
Do not eat them.
You will straight die.
I tried the first time we made these. I was curious,
like,
right?
ooh.
I'm like, I wanted to taste them.
They're soaked in Everclear. They are like alcohol.
I had a bit. It was maybe like a half-inch bit, and literally it went right to my head.
Holy
so
smokes.
be careful. And on that note, when you're pouring the Everclear in, so when we're done peeling the lemons,
don't let it splash.
So be careful. If you have safety glasses, wear them. I wear glasses. I'm serious,
That's
right?
the devil.
It is. It's almost pure alcohol. So even just the fumes alone can really burn your eyes. So you need to be careful.
Look out! I got Southern Comfort in my eye once, and that wasn't very comfortable. So I'm guessing that the Everclear is probably not either. That's a whole different story. But the SoCo in the eye story. But it was the same thing. I was pouring some punch one Halloween, and Southern Comfort in your eye. It doesn't feel good. Yeah.
And the greener. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
No, hey, that's okay.
Don't cut me. so the greener the lemon rind, the more oils are in the rind. So note.
That's a little.
So if you just want to go to the store and you don't want to spend the extra couple bucks on getting these shipped, and by the way, you can go online, do a search for Rancho del Sol Organic Farms, and
I've got their little card right here.
What I did, because we were searching, and I was just curious to see if I could get.
It's gotta be backwards, because.
Yeah,
that's all right. Hey, we'll take a picture of that. But yeah, this is Linda. I think you pronounce it Zazer, at the Rancho del Sol Organic Farms in what is it, Jamul, California?
Maybe. I'm not 100%
Yes.
sure on where the farm's located.
I googled it. Jamul.
But yeah, I was just curious. I wanted to see if I could purchase these types of lemons because they didn't have them at the grocery store, and I asked the produce manager at the grocery store that we go to. They weren't able to get those for us, so I just started searching, and I found this organic farm in California. I called the number, and surprisingly, Linda answered the phone, and
was kinda awesome.
We talked for a few minutes, and she took my information, and 3 days later, I received 10 pounds of Italian Sorrento lemons.
On our doorstep, just like that. So yeah, it was super quick and super easy, and these smell so.
I know.
They smell so good.
They're delicious.
Okay, so I'm gonna let Paul keep on peeling these lemons. I'm gonna move you over here.
Yep.
Because you're probably wondering, gee, 10 pounds of lemons. I mean, you're not using the whole 10 pound, but even so, a dozen lemons, right? What am I gonna do with a dozen lemons with no peel on them, right? There's things you can do with them. One of the things that we do is one of the things that my daughter really enjoys about limoncello night. Come here. I told her if she was really good, she could come and show you. Here, come stand over here by me. This is Cambry. Cambry, what do we do
Oh
with
my
these? What do we
goodness.
do with these lemons?
We juice them all.
We juice them. That's her job. She's the juice lady. So grab one of these lemons and show them what we do on limoncello night. This is nothing fancy. This is just a little hand juicer because she's little and she needs some guns, right? So she needs to learn how to. She's gonna juice a lemon for you. So cut these guys in half. Oh, she's gonna take it right here. I'll pull it around this way so you can see her. All right. She gonna cut that lemon right in half. There you go. Nice job. All right, show them how you juice this. Juice Master
Juice it
Cambry.
up.
Here she goes. Told you she gets in there, man. This is Cambry's job on limoncello night. She gets in there and she juices these lemons. So if you're juicing
Oh
a
my
dozen
goodness.
lemons, so 12 lemons, and you cut them in half, how many pieces?
That's 24
That's
lemon
24 halves. 24 halves that she's smashing in there. And then what do we do when we're all done? When we've got the halves left over, what do we rub them?
We rub them on their skin.
Yeah, we rub them on our hands. We rub them on our hands because the lemon juice is like,
Buffalo Pete.
it's exfoliating and it feels great. Breaks down all the the dead skin cells on your hands. So we like to take them and rub them all over our hands and then wash our hands because it makes your hands really soft. So Cambry's gonna juice lemons for me. So she's over here juicing lemons. Paul's over here working on the peel. Gotta get you in the frame here. We got the juice lady and the peel lady. Alrighty, how many lemons are we in here?
This is the second half.
All right, so
this
now
is
you've done
11.
one. He's on 2.
11. Oh gosh.
Throwing off my counting here.
I'm doing a double batch here, so like we said, we do 12 to 1 750 milliliter bottle of Everclear. So we're gonna do 24 medium-sized lemons to 2 bottles, and we're gonna let them sit for 2 weeks, possibly. Actually, we're gonna let them sit for 2 weeks. The last time we did it for 2 weeks, it actually turned out that we had the same kind of flavor profile. Compared to the ones that sat for 3 weeks.
It wasn't a whole lot different.
Okay.
So we juice the lemons. That's one thing that you can do with them. The juice obviously is really tasty in lemonade, but we just bottle it up. That's what this is. That's the tail end of our last batch of limoncello. We just grab a little swing top bottle, and we juice. We take the juice and we pour it into a bottle, and we don't ever have to buy lemon juice. And it's much tastier than the stuff from the store because it's freshy fresh. Yeah, the first time we did this, we were like, oh, let's throw some lemon juice in there, and ooh, a little bit of fresh lemon juice turns out goes a really long way. The kids wouldn't even drink it. They were like, oh, it's so sour. We had to water it down.
We had to put so much sugar in it.
Yeah,
and we still wouldn't like.
It was a lot of sugar that we had to put in it to make that lemonade drinkable because wow, turns out a little bit of lemon juice goes a real long way.
Oh my God, I'm like throwing the rinds in this bowl. So after, so this is part 1 of limoncello. So I don't want people to have these rinds sit for 2 weeks and then go ahead and be like, hey, it's ready, let's pour and drink.
Oh God, you'll die. Again, you'll die.
So yeah, part 2, we'll show you how much water to add, how much sugar to add, and then of course we have a secret ingredient that we add that actually just
mellows it out.
Mellows it out. It's like softens the flavor a little bit, but it is absolutely delicious, and hopefully we can figure out a way in the county of Denver to sell our limoncello. So
Yes,
because
that's
it
the
is,
goal. Put it in your second one.
it is a bit tough, as I can imagine. It's tough in every state.
Yes.
But
All right.
we're gonna figure it out.
All right. So we've got how much do we have here? So we're
I
at
don't know. Count.
1, 2, 3,
You're right
4,
here.
5, 6, 7,
The lemons are in the bowl.
9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we're at 12.
Did somebody steal one of these?
No, I threw
gone.
some away.
Yeah, someone came in
All right.
through the window and took it. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
want
They
to?
just left. They said they
Do
left
you
a
want to
thank you
show
note.
them how much Everclear to put in, so I can show them what I do? The other things I do with
Are you
this.
not paying attention? I hope you guys
Yeah,
are
I
paying
know,
attention.
but do you want to peel all of these right this minute, or can we do the others when we're finished? Do we need to peel all 24 right this minute?
I guess we don't. We don't.
Well, let's just show a single. Zip it, you. Let's show them a single batch, Because there's another thing I want to show you how to make, and I don't want this. I want to be able to condense this into a nice bite-sized amount of time for people. People are busy.
That's true. And so again, thank you for. And speaking of people, I want to thank the Sons of Italy in Denver, the Sons and Daughters of Italy in Denver, Lodge 2075, for letting us share our videos on their page. Same thing with the Sons and Daughters of Italy at large. The cook community, the I Love Mola di Bari page. Thank you for approving our video to show. The Old School Italians, thank you for checking out our videos. And what else did I miss? Oh, and the Familia Vitulli en el Mundo. So thank you very much for letting us share our videos, and please,
share our page.
Share our page.
Videos. If you've got people that are interested in this sort of thing, we would love it. We shared these to some pages on Friday night, and we're super surprised to wake up on Sunday morning to find out that our tomato sauce video had over 1,000 views. So that's exciting. And we just moved all of our videos and started our channel. And we have a YouTube channel now, so you can watch us on YouTube as well at Paolo plus Steph, Steph+Paolo. You can search us up. So we have a YouTube channel. What's YouTube? He's old. I had to do it for him.
Wait, what, it doesn't tell Paolo plus Steph or
Steph+Paolo, because I'm cool.
because they're cool and
You are, that's why I
All right,
moved you.
so here's the fire water that goes into this nonsense.
Okay,
This is
so-
fire.
750 milliliter bottle to 12 lemons. You let it sit for 2 weeks. This is part 1 of 2 parts.
So come back in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks,
and we'll show you what to do with it once you've hit that 2 week mark. Okay,
correct.
So this is so it doesn't that's not a lot of peels, but that's a dozen lemon peels, right there. So I'm gonna get out of the way because I don't want to get splashed with this stuff. Woo.
Yep.
And so some people use vodka. Some people use Everclear. I know there's 100 proof vodka out there, so if you don't want it that strong, you can use something a little lower proof. But we tried it first with Everclear, and with the amount of water that we add to it, and once we make it, it actually tastes very good, and it's about, I want to say it's about 60 proof when it's all said and done. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. Again, remember, you don't want to breathe this in. You don't want to have your head over it because it's potent.
Let's get it all in.
There. Okay.
Sweet. Okay. So you've got your dozen lemon rinds. You've got your, how many ounces is that?
Ounces. 750 milliliter bottle.
Great. So
You can do the conversion. You ready to do the conversion?
you do the conversion. I don't get paid to do math.
Okay.
I'm talent.
Do it.
So we do. I know you're in charge of this, but I'm going to show. This is one thing that we do before we cap this stuff up.
Oh yeah.
So you have one juice lemon. So this is the juice from one of the lemons, and that goes right inside too.
Magical.
All right, you gonna agitate that?
What are you doing?
Besides agitating you?
Yes. That's natural. Ow. Lemon juice and paper clips.
All right, where's
Don't go
the
together.
lid? Where'd you put the lid to the jar?
It's right there.
Okay. All right, so so you want to agitate it for, like I said, a few seconds. That's awesome.
Yeah. Limoncello. This is beautiful.
Okay, so what does just the one batch yield?
Oh goodness. The one batch usually yields. Where's the bottle that we had out here? Do you have the one? So we usually put it in a
Those are all 750 milliliter.
yeah,
bottles.
we reuse swing top bottles. So it usually makes. Does it usually make about 2 of these?
More than
Two,
that.
and then maybe a smallish one. So I would say it would probably make 2 of these, and then maybe one about the size of the one that we put our lemon juice in, which is a little bit smaller. So yeah, that would be my guess. Is that once you put, because once we add the water, because you're going to make, when we do this in 2 weeks, we're going to show you how to make a simple sugar, because you have to dilute this stuff because it's pretty crazy right out of the gate. So you dilute it with a simple sugar, and once the whole thing is all mixed together, then you bottle it and throw it in the freezer. Freezer or the fridge, but it's best when it's really cold. So it usually makes about 2 of these tall type swing top bottles, and then it usually makes about 1 of those. So it's a good bit. It's plenty to last you for sure.
And thank you, Andy Nicole, for sending us those bottles.
Yeah, Vielikowski's, thank you from Seattle, from Des Moines in Washington, for sending us a whole mess of swing top bottles so we can reuse it.
So you want to keep this jar in a cool place out of the direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Okay?
So cool.
It doesn't have to go in the fridge. Just room temperature, in just somewhere on your countertop, somewhere where it's not going to get hit by direct sunlight.
And then every day or so in your kitchen, just grab it. And I do it on the counter. He picks it up. I don't do that. I just come over and I go like that, and I slap it all around, and then I leave it be about once a day for that day. And here's what it looks like when it's done. Here's the finished product, because I really wanted some. So here's your finished product when you're all done. It's delicious. It is strong. We do this strong.
But I just said it's about 60 proof. I would say between 60 and 80 proof. So it's pretty strong. Again, if you want something a little lighter, you can use vodka.
Mm-hmm. I throw some ice in mine too, so you can.
Don't break the glasses.
Bartending college.
The glassware here, forget about it.
Who broke the last glass?
Yeah, it wasn't. No, just once.
I'm usually notorious for breaking all the glasses. Mazel tov. This one, this has not been his week for glasses. So, limoncello. Want to have a sip?
Limoncello, and this is a natural color. We don't add lemon color like some. If you read the ingredients on some of these in the stores, in the liquor stores, they actually add color.
Yeah, they'll add color to it, which is ridiculous.
You don't need to add color. Look at how beautiful this color is.
Yeah, my favorite part is when you pour the simple sugar into the lemon concoction, because it turns this buttery. It's like science. You pour it in, it turns this beautiful buttery yellow color. That's my favorite part of the whole.
Yeah, it is. And we drink it. We drink it once we finalize and we add the ingredients. We drink it warm, and it's actually.
It's pretty tasty.
It's very good warm.
Yeah, I mean I would say serve it cold, but you have to taste it after you make a batch, right?
Chin chin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
So limoncello is not the only thing you can make with lemons. Of course, there's a ton of other things. We do our lemon juice all the time, of course, because you have so many lemons left over when you're done that we just have a big old container, and I just take my little juicer. We pour some in. You want to pour this in, Cambry? Before I show them the other thing that I make with lemon that's really good. All right, here. I'm going to pour this in. You come over here.
Put it in there.
Pour that in. We have a little tiny funnel. And this will become our stock of lemon juice for cooking and everything else. There we go. All right, I'm going to finish.
And with the limoncello, I mean, there's a ton of drinks that you add limoncello to. So, if you're not going to drink it as a straight up cordial, you can add it to, what's that one drink that you had, babe, that had limoncello in it?
Oh gosh,
do you remember that? I mean, there's a ton of drinks. I love it with champagne.
It's good with champagne. I like it in the summertime.
Prosecco, I should say. Champagne, cava, Prosecco, whatever.
I like it. I mean, it's lemon, right? So I like it in the summer in sweet tea. If you put a little bit, so it's like it's your lemon and your sweet tea, and ooh, it's so good. So I like to spike my sweet tea with a little bit of limoncello because it's delicious. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to share with you is another thing I like to do with lemons, and it's really tasty. I like to make cake with lemons, and this is so simple. It is a super, super simple cake recipe.
So we went from the
that
wine,
you can,
now limoncello, and then
You're interrupting me.
I know, I'm sorry.
Good.
You're in the driver's seat.
I'm going to show you how to make a
She's-
lemon cake real quick. This is a really simple lemon cake recipe. It makes a small bundt pan worth of it's a lemon pound cake. Really delicious with lemons. So since we have a bunch of lemons, now's a great time to make some. So here's my little bundt pan. It's a little one, not a giant one. It's a little small one. So little bundt pan. Smear some butter on that so it doesn't stick. All right.
I greased this.
Yes, he greased it himself. He did such a great
I'm
job.
a greaser.
All right, so
More ways than one.
yes, he is. So this is a super simple cake recipe that you can throw together with some lemons. The first thing you need is some flour. This is a cup and a half of flour and a half teaspoon of baking powder. So you're gonna throw that in.
All right, what's next?
Easy peasy. Next we have a cup of sugar.
All right, cup of sugar.
Hand me that
Let grab
sugar
that
over there.
for you. Got that, Camber?
All right, cup of
Cool.
sugar.
Thank you.
Cup of sugar. We're gonna throw this in here.
Put that sugar in there.
All right, cup of sugar. Then we're gonna take a half a cup of butter and soften it up first. Soften it up. All right.
I'm gonna try and find a
All right, we're gonna take this over here, and I'm gonna have you cream these with the mixer.
I gotta work.
He's gonna cream these together with the mixer real quick. All right. So we've got a cup and a half of flour, a cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder. So we're throwing together a little cake here. It's a real simple thing to do. He's gonna take those two dry ingredients and he's mixing them up together over there. Yep, go ahead. And then I'm gonna work with the wet ingredients. This is a simple cake to make and it's really moist and delicious and it uses lemons, so I really like that as well. Buttermilk is up next. I never have buttermilk on hand because who has buttermilk on hand? Buttermilk's kind of weird. This is a quarter cup of plain milk and a half teaspoon of lemon. Hey, we have so much lemon juice. So that will clabber your milk and you can use that to replace some buttermilk. So a quarter cup of regular milk and a half a teaspoon of lemon juice makes some clabbered milk. Voila, buttermilk. Then we got sour cream. Sour cream's up next.
All right.
Thank you, dear.
You are welcome.
All right, we have some sour cream up next. This is a quarter cup of sour cream because sour cream makes cakes delicious and moist. Yes, so there's some sour cream. Flop some out of there a little
My
bit.
hair's really fluffy today.
Yes, it's super fluffy.
I was adding comb it. I washed it.
Yes, it looks great, babe. It's great. All right. So we have some buttermilk. We're gonna mix up this sour cream with the buttermilk. There we go. And then our lemon juice because we have a ton of lemon juice right now. So we're gonna take just a teaspoon of lemon juice on top of the lemon juice if you're making the clabbered milk. But all right, we'll do a teaspoon of our fresh lemon juice from those lemons. We'll throw that on in there. Then we need some vanilla. There you go, it's a half teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna throw that in. Hey, half teaspoon of vanilla. Delicious. Okay. Now, my secret ingredient for this, because it's really, really good.
Well, if you tell them, and it's not going to be secret anymore.
Well, see, I share my secrets when it comes to baking because I want you to be successful. This is ginger. It's just a little bit of ground ginger. It's about, I would say it's about a quarter. Ginger goes pretty far. So it's about a quarter or a third of a teaspoon of ginger. So I'm going to throw that in there. And we're almost done, just like that. All we're going to do is whisk this together. All right.
You want me to that was a good whisk.
We're whisking it together. The next thing we need, because we're doing lemon night, right? We need some lemon zest. So we're going to take another one of these awesome lemons.
Okay, where
Right
is
here?
that going?
And here's my little zester. So we're going to take the
I
lemon
was your
zest.
little sister.
Go get me another lemon. So you're going to
Do you want?
pull a zester across here. And it's going to give you beautiful little curls.
Let's get you. Do you want one with a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's cool.
here
So
are the.
this
I don't know
is
if you can
the-
see with the light, but
it's
it
kinda
is.
green.
It is green, very green there.
What'd you say about that? That's got more.
It has a
more
higher
oils.
oil content.
Higher oil content in the rind.
Yes.
All right, so this is the zest then of 2 lemons. So I've got my little zester, and I run it across here.
Do you want me to put this in
Thank
your
you, dear.
pocket?
No, that's for eggs.
Sure.
Remember last time? It's for eggs. Can you get me those? Speaking of eggs, where are my eggs?
Right here.
Give me
All
my
right.
eggs.
Eggs. All right.
All right. So take those eggs. Can you crack those into that wet measure over there? It actually takes an egg and a half. So I just
you want it in the
I put it in a measuring cup. So just
you want both eggs in the cup, correct?
yeah, put both eggs in the cup.
All right.
Because I use just a little bit short of 2 eggs. If you can do 2, but I think it makes it a little too eggy. So I do an egg and a half. All right. So the zest of the lemon, and this is going to make a nice little pound cake. We live in Colorado, and it's really hard to bake things here. But one of the things that bakes real nice is pound cakes. If you've got a good amount of your leavening agent. This is a super modified recipe. I found a recipe online that I thought would be great, but I knew it was way too much sugar. It had 2 cups of sugar in it, and I was like, holy smokes, that's a lot of sugar. And I thought it was way too much for a pound cake anyway, and especially at altitude, you have to short your sugar. So I shortened it way down to just 1 cup of sugar. That's plenty. So a cup of sugar, and your leavening agent, sometimes they call for way too much. And at altitude, you really only need about a teaspoon of baking powder or baking soda, or your cake will rise too fast and then it will fall, and that would be tragic. So once you've got the zest of 2 lemons in here, and you've got me some eggs, don't you?
I do.
All right, so I'm going to get those eggs going here. This is 2, but I'm going to do a little bit less. It's about an egg and a half. Alright, so in goes my egg, and we'll say that's about a half.
Sure.
Egg and a half. Alright.
I like it.
So we're mixing this together here. So this was the clabbered milk, because I didn't have buttermilk. So I did a 1/4 cup of regular milk and a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon. Then I did a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of the fresh lemon juice, the zest from 2 of these little lemons right here. I had a 1/4 cup of sour cream in there as well. And my secret ingredient was the 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. So tasty, one of my favorites. So I'm going to take this, the wet ingredients, I'm going to pour that into our dry ingredients here. And we're going to mix these guys up.
Let me guess.
And it's going to be delicious. This isn't super complicated, so I'm just going to mix it.
We're doing this on low. Or we're doing this
We're going to do this
manually.
by hand. That's right. So you're mixing your wet ingredients with your dry ingredients now. And this is a great way to utilize fresh lemon. So when you're done with your limoncello and you've got a whole mess of lemons, use some of that lemon juice to make a delicious cake.
Now, do you use limoncello in this cake?
Well, we sure could. You could take the lemon juice and substitute out limoncello. That's up to you.
So how
yeah.
many the juice of how many lemons went into this? Because
I think it will. I don't know if it was probably the juice of maybe half a lemon. It was about a teaspoon.
half a lemon. So maybe you could
could even do a little
maybe
bit
a
more.
teaspoon of limoncello.
And I do like it lemony, so I might add just a touch more because I like it lemony. And it depends on how you like it, whether you're going to add a little bit more or a little bit less. All right, so we're going to pour this into a little bun pan. It's a pound cake, so it's a little bit dense. So it's going to take you a little bit longer to cook it.
Dense?
You're not dense. Depending upon where you live, I cook it at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. But it's
look at the oils.
I know, it's
right?
delicious. You're finishing off your limoncello. That's great, babe.
Wow.
All right, so here's a little bit of lemon pound cake going right into the baby bun pan here.
All right, what can I do for you? I am your chef. I am your servant.
You are my sous chef
I am
today.
full of servitude.
Yes, it's great. All right, we're going to take this and throw it in the oven. So is the oven ready? You want to open it up?
Yeah.
Because I think we're about done. And I will show you a picture of this finished product when we're finished. Here in Denver, this cooks for about 40 minutes at 350. Other places you should probably, I would modify that down to maybe 325 if you're at sea level. And you'll probably have to bake it for a little bit longer. I'd check it at maybe like 60 minutes. and see how it's doing at 325. You know, stick a toothpick in it. If it comes out clean, then you're good. If not, give it a few more minutes. So this is a quick lemon pound cake. If you want a glaze on it, you can take a little bit of this lemon juice, mix it with a little bit of powdered sugar and a splash of vanilla, and mix it up till it gets a nice consistency, and drizzle that over the top when it's done. But this is really delicious even without a glaze. So I'll show you what this looks like later on, but I'm going to put this in the oven for about 45 minutes, and I'll show you cake later. All right. We've made some lemon things happen.
We did make some lemon things happen.
Lemon
I'm
juice.
kind of wearing a lemony shirt.
Limoncello. Lemon cake. Lemon glaze on the lemon cake. Oh, what a lemon can do. Thank you to, who wanted to do this? Someone, Shayna. There was a request for limoncello. That's what made us make this week. Who was it that we were talking about limoncello, and they said, "Gosh, I've always wanted to make that."
Well, I know Nicole Bilikowski said that she couldn't wait for the limoncello, episode. And we had a few folks actually ask for it, and they were very curious on how to. Curious. I just had.
It's getting late in the evening here, folks.
But they were curious on how to make it, and it's really simple. It is really quite simple, and you can do different things to it. But if you want to stay, you want to be traditional about it, follow our recipe. Again, I like it.
Kimber's back got this. She's over there like cranking out some lemon juice right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to actually get another bottle. We gotta do the rest of those.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. So come back next Sunday, because we'll have another surprise for you. And in 2 weeks, we'll go back to that jar that we just did.
What date would that be?
And we will tell you. That's
So
going to be Sunday.
Is the 4th.
Yes.
So on March 18th.
March
18th. We will have the Limoncello Part 2 episode, and we will enjoy.
Yes, we'll enjoy some limoncello. We'll show you what happens once those rains have sat in the Everclear, and how to make your simple syrup to turn it into a whole bottle of tasty beverage you can share with your friends
And family.
and this guy.
And me too.
All right, we'll see you next time.
All right, great. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.